guys, so this is math lesson 40. So today we are going to talk about proper and improper fractions. So when we have a proper fraction, our numerator will always be large or be smaller than our denominator. 1/2. Our numerator is smaller than our denominator. That means we have a proper fraction. 2/3. Our numerator is smaller than our denominator. We have a proper fraction. 3/5. Our numerator is smaller than our denominator. We have a proper fraction. Y'all say the last two with me. 16/21. Say this part. Our numerator is smaller than our denominator. We have a proper fraction. 25/100. Our numerator is smaller than our denominator. We have a proper fraction. But sometimes when we're adding or subtracting our fractions or multiplying whatever we're doing, sometimes they do not come out with our numerator being smaller than our fraction. At that point, it is our job to turn them into a proper fraction. If you're being an improper child, it is your parents' job to turn you into a proper child. So when you have an improper fraction, it is your job to turn that improper fraction into a proper fraction. So here we go. How many, we have two, pretend these shapes are exactly the same. They're not, pretend they are. We have two shapes that are exactly the same. How many pieces, total pieces, do we have in this shape? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. They're exactly the same, so this end is going to be 6 as well. So our denominator will be 6. How many pieces have we used? We have used 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So our numerator is 12. 12/6. Is our denominator larger than our numerator? No, it is not. So this fraction is improper. We are going to make it proper by dividing our numerator divided by our denominator. And what is 12 divided by 6? 12 divided by 6 is 2. So we have just taken our improper fraction, we've divided it, we've divided our denominator by our numerator, and we have got the whole number 2. So 12/6 equals, look at it, 2 whole pieces. And sure enough, everything is colored in. It's 2 wholes, okay? So 12/6 equals 2. Now, let's look at the next one. Once again, you're going to have to pretend with me that these are two exact shapes. Same sizes, same everything, okay? Now we have 1, 2, 3, 6 pieces over here, 6 over here. They're the same, so that would be our denominator. And how many pieces have we used? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have used 9 parts, so our fraction is 9/6. Is this a proper fraction? Is our denominator larger than our numerator? No, it is not proper. It is improper. Fix that thing. So we are going to fix it by dividing our numerator 9 divided by 6. How many times will 6 go into 9? It'll go in there one time. We multiply. 1 times 6 is 6. We subtract. 9 minus 6 is 3. Now this is what we have to do. We have a remainder. We're going to write our remainder as a fraction. 1 3/6. So the improper fraction 9/6 equals 1 3/6. So you have just turned that improper fraction into a proper fraction now. So listen to me closely. When you have an improper fraction and you divide that numerator by the denominator, you will either get a whole number or a mixed number. Either one can be your answer. If the numerator or if the denominator goes evenly into the numerator, then you will get a whole number. If the denominator does not go evenly into your numerator, then you will get a mixed number, okay? So that is how you make those improper fractions proper. Go ahead and get out your math book, please, and open it to page 73 and 74. Put your name and date at the top, tear it out, and you may pause the video while you do so. All right, so on page 73 in section number 1, you're going to complete the chart. So if you notice there, the numerator is 5. That's the colored part, the parts that are colored in. There are 5 colored parts colored in. The denominator is how many parts are there on each shape total, or on each shape, period? 2. So that is your denominator. So your fraction is 5 over 2. Is that proper or improper? That is improper. Letter B. What is our numerator? How many parts are colored in? 5. And each shape is divided into how many parts? 4. That's our denominator. So our fraction is 5/4. And is that proper or improper? It is improper. Very good. Letter C. How many parts are colored in? 5. How many parts are on the shape? 8. What's our fraction? 5/8. And is that proper or improper? It is proper. Good job. Letter D. How many pieces are colored in? 12. Very good. That's our numerator. Each shape is divided into how many pieces? 6. That's our denominator. What's our fraction? 12 over 6. And is that proper or improper? It is improper. Very good. Look at section 2. Mark under the proper fractions. Read each fraction. So we're marking under the proper ones. 4/5. You know what? I think you can do that on your own. You go ahead and read your fractions and mark under your proper ones. Look at section 3. Change these improper fractions to whole or mixed numbers. So if we have 12 over 5, 12/5, we are going to say 12 divided by 5. How many times will 5 go into 12? 2 times. 5 times 2 is 10. We subtract. 12 minus 10 is 2. 2 becomes our numerator, and 5 is our denominator. So 12/5 equals 2 and 2/5. You have reduced. Letter B, or you have not reduced, I'm sorry, you've turned your improper fraction into a whole or mixed number. Letter B, we have 7/3. So we will say 7 divided by 3. 3 will go into 7 2 times. 2 times 3 is 6. 7 minus 6 is 1. We write our remainder as a fraction. So 7/3 equals, let me move it over a little bit. 7/3 equals 2 and 1/3. Okay, and I'll do one more with you. Letter C, we have 21/3 equals, so we will say 21 divided by 3 equals 7. So 21/3 equals a whole number, 7. All right, so that is how you will do that. You have some reducing you will do in section 5A. Actually, let me back up to section 3. In section 3, I want you to do all of section 3. Okay, complete all of that. In section 4, I want you to do all of section 4. Now guys, listen to me. I'm going to expect you to be responsible right now. If in section 4, if you're not able to do that mentally, then go ahead and you can skip section 4, but you have to do section 5 then using it by a chart. So you can pick which one you want to do, section 4 or 5. 4, you do it mentally. 5, you can fill your factors and common factors and find your greatest common factor all in on the chart. Okay, so you decide. You have to have one or the other completed. Okay, I'm going to let you choose whichever one works for you right now, section 4 or section 5. Okay, and then in section 6, I want you to do letter B in section 6, and in section 7, do letter A. Lauren walked 3 miles on her hike. How many yards did she walk? So your problem is going to look like 3 miles equals blank yards. You're going to be converting those miles to yards. Miles to yards is larger to smaller. You will multiply. What's your special number going to be? How many yards are in a mile? 1,760. So you will multiply your special number times your given number 3, and that will give you your answer there. And then look at the bottom on section 8. I need you to do all of section 8. Do your Roman numerals, okay? All right. So y'all enjoy. Have fun.